If you love green salsa or chili verde and you want to make it at home, you're going to have to start using tomatillos, which if you've never used before can be a little intimidating because they're this little green husked thing and you think, what do I do with this? But they're really easy to use and they're delicious and you can make a great, quick, like 5-minute salsa using them. And I'm going to show you how to husk them today. You want to choose tomatillos that have a husk that's covering them completely. Sometimes the husk will be a little bit split. They're still okay to use, but you want to make sure that they're firm, they're unblemished, they don't appear to be rotten or squishy anywhere. And when you're husking them, they have a sticky substance and they'll make your hands all sticky, so one of the best ways to husk them is to do it under warm water, which is what I'm going to do right now. And they're really easy to husk. You just yank the husk away and rinse them a little bit in that sticky substance. You can sort of feel it on your skin. Will go away. And just drop them onto a sheet tray for roasting. I'm going to roast mine in the oven, but you could roast them on a grill. You could roast them even in a skillet on a stovetop. Okay, now that I've gotten those papery husks off the tomatillos, you can see they almost look like little tiny green tomatoes. And they're not actually related to the tomato, they're actually related to gooseberries. They're a native plant of Mexico. But they have a slight tart herbal flavor to them and they're great in salsas. And what I'm going to do right now is roast them at about 400 degrees in the oven. You can put them under the broiler and just char them quickly too, but I like to roast them. I've already got some stuff roasting in the oven right now, so I'm just going to roast the tomatillos with that. And I'm going to throw in 2 jalapenos also because I'm going to make some salsa out of these, so I'm going to roast the chilies also. So I'm just going to throw that all into a pan, drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil because that's what I have on hand, and sprinkle it with a little bit of salt because a little salt never hurt anyone when it comes to roasting. Just make sure these are coated in oil because that's going to facilitate the roasting and the distribution of the heat. And I'm going to throw these in the oven for until they really start to brown and start to smell good, which is probably going to be about half an hour. And you'll notice then that the tomatillos will get very soft and you'll be able to puree them in a blender and make a salsa really quickly. Alright, I've got my roasted tomatillos and my 2 roasted jalapenos in this tray. I'm going to put them into the blender and show you how to make a really quick salsa. There's a little bit of juice that they gave off. Just go ahead and put the juice in, that's fine, that'll help it emulsify. I'm putting in the chilies, seeds and all. I actually yanked off the little stems, so because you don't really want to eat those, but seeds and all are fine. I'm going to throw in a couple cloves of garlic and half an onion and a handful of cilantro. And we're going to see what this blender is made of. Okay, now that my blender's plugged in, we're going to see what it's made of. And the tomatillos are still slightly warm, they're not hot, but just in case, I'm going to take the top off to ventilate it a little bit, and I'm just going to use this hot pad on top because sometimes when you're working with hot stuff in a blender, it can just overflow immediately and you don't want to get burned. Okay, here we go. Looks like green salsa to me. Let's taste it and see if it's worthy. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt though, so that'll help bring out the other flavors. And often salsas have lime juice or lemon juice or some sort of acid in them, but because tomatillos are very acidic, you don't really need to add it in tomatillo salsa. If you really like it really acidic, you might want to add it, but this is pretty tart for my taste, so I'm going to leave it as is. This is great served over enchiladas or just put in a bowl to dip with some chips. Pretty easy, huh?